Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to today's cryptocurrencies update for Thursday, February the 13th, 2025. Our theme for today is third time is the charm, yes or no? We have been tracking this correction since the February 3rd low, first as a simple zigzag. Then it became a double zigzag and now it appears to morph into a triple zigzag, contingent on holding above the February 13th low, third low, and as long as we stay above it, this correction can last for quite a while. We probably really need to suck out all the weekends before this can move higher. So we're still stuck, and this is for Bitcoin as well as for Ethereum, so we're still stuck in a range for Bitcoin between 92,000 and 106,000. And as you know, history has shown that sometimes this can last up to 9 months, and we're currently almost in our 4th month. So patience, my dear friends. Third time is the charm. And with that, let's have a look at the charts, shall we? We're going to start off with one of our altcoins, which is Binance Coin. Binance Coin has rallied strongly over the last 6 to 8 days and could still do this expanding ending diagonal. I'm going to show it here on a monthly time frame. So we have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and now in wave 5. It is a possibility, not a certainty. Okay, because we can still have topped for wave 5 of 5 in December last year. Okay, so this can still be the wave 5 top. It would be a very ugly advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then this green A, as I show you here, this green A would then of course be the wave 3 instead, and this green B would then be the wave 4 instead. Okay, so this is still a possibility and we're not done yet. Okay, a very strong rally. Our crypto trade alerts nicely went long, I would say 3-4 days ago, so that's quite nice. But we haven't sold anything yet, and we'll see where we end once this trade finalizes. So those are the two options for Binance coins. Pretty strong reaction, but again, this could be a wave A instead. So this could be a wave A instead of a wave 4. Then this would be a wave B, and now we're in a wave C. Okay, of course, the ultimate line in the sand remains now this early February low, which is somewhere in the 500s. Okay, that's kind of what we are looking for here at about 580. That needs to hold. All right, moving on to the big boy here, Bitcoin. What a sideways mess. We haven't gone anywhere for now 2 weeks almost. So we have what still counts best as a impulse higher for this blue wave 1. This looks still best as a impulse. Let's use the same color, okay? And we've then had an A, a B, and a C lower, and then more for a larger B wave, more again. So as you can see, all of this looks corrective. You see the difference? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. That's an impulse. Now this could be a C wave of some sort of weird, I would say probably flat type of B wave, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 still counts best as a wave 1/A, because we don't know if the following wave, wave 3/C, will be followed by a 4 and a 5 or not. That we don't know. Okay, so then today's low can be a wave 2, a smaller degree wave 2. Then the February 12th low was all of the wave 2B. Now I must say this rally here into essentially today's high, yesterday's high, comes reasonably well as 5 waves up. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. And this still looks like corrective lower, and now we need to see another impulse higher. Okay, again, this is still on the hourly time frame. We are really micro counting / micro managing Bitcoin to really figure out what's going on. We also, of course, are dealing with a downtrend line that is in place. Let's do that one in red. That has held all the upside in check, as you can see. We need to break above that one. Then we need to break above, I would say, 102,500 to kickstart wave 3/C. That is shown here on the bigger picture. Okay, where we have this potential blue wave 3, which can of course be a C wave as well. So we still don't know if we're going to get a 4 and a 5, but for now we assume it is, because we assume that this rally was wave 1. Then we had corrective price action for wave 2 into the the February 3 low. The January 13th low was then a wave 4, and now working on this gray wave 5. Okay, that's what we're kind of looking for, this gray wave 5 right there. That's what we're looking for. This all is of course contingent on holding above 89,153, which is the January 13th low, with a severe warning of course below the February 3rd low at 91,142. If we break below those ones, our alternative wave count comes into play, and I'll show you that one, which suggests that this is a larger 4th wave. Let's see if I can find it. There. So we're still in this larger 4th wave, which can easily go down to about 87,000, potentially to as low as 72 to 80,000 for a wave 4, and then a wave 5. Now I'm going to show you here the weekly chart and the monthly chart, which both strongly suggest that the upside is not done yet. Okay, so let's start off with the weekly chart for Bitcoin. We simply count down weeks as corrective weeks. Those are then second waves or 4th waves. So second waves or 4th waves. And of course, they can be part of corrective price action as well, like a B wave, okay? Or a C wave, of course. That suggests that we completed wave 5 of green wave 3 already, here at almost 110,000. And we're now currently in this wave 4, which, as I showed you, can go still a little bit lower to about 80,000, okay? So then we'll still be kind of range bound, as you can see, similar as we did here. And remember, the longer the base, the bigger the rally into space. And so far we're basing really long for now, still stuck between 92,000 and 106,000. As you can see here, this is the range we're still stuck in. All right, range bound is good. We don't want to sell into ranges because they will break out. Now I've shown you here all those ranges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and currently the 6th one. So the 6th one here suggests that we'll see a breakout based on the prior 5 bases we've had. If past performance is any guarantee of future results, we must expect a breakout. If the past has nothing been then positive, we must also expect the future to be positive, because that's all we can go by. That's true science. Then you can see in green how fast these rallies went. Since November 2022, which is about 26 months, we only get about 6 months of actual rallying price. Okay, that's it. Everything else is just sideways slop. So you have to have diamond hands and patience with Bitcoin. So we still expect higher prices. Okay, that matches with the daily chart that we've shared. Even if we see a drop a little bit lower, okay, and then we'll see higher, it matches with the weekly chart we just shared. And we're also going to share our monthly chart. Okay, let's go to the 4 phases of Bitcoin that we've topped for 3, 4, and potentially already a wave 5. Now the wave degree is not important, but we'll see then another 4, which is currently on the way, and then another wave 5, which will target anywhere between 246,000 and 378,000. So we're still not done. We're potentially in this wave 4 and then another wave 5. Okay, same with the weekly chart, 1 degree smaller 4th wave. At the minimum, for sure, another 5th wave needs to follow. The daily chart shows this as well. Now February is not over, so for now it's a red candle, which would suggest, of course, that this is a corrective month. If not, and we see a green candle, then this wave 4 will of course be postponed in time. We get the wave 3, we get the wave 4, and we get the wave 5. All right, so that's where we're at. The monthly chart still tells us higher prices. We're not done till the end of this year. The weekly chart foretells us still higher prices. We're not done till the end of this year. The daily chart foretells us still higher prices. Even if we go back down to 80,000, we're not done till the end of this year. So every single chart aligns with higher prices. So hold your horses. No reason to become bearish, which is quite interesting because the fear-greed indicator is at about, I would say, crypto for fear-greed indicator, there it is at about 48 right now, neutral. Okay, yesterday was 50, last week was 44. It stayed at 44 for quite a while. So that's quite low, even for Bitcoin, as you can see. That's quite low. We've not had it this low since November of last year, or actually going all the way back to October. Okay, and where was Bitcoin in October of last year? If we go back, Bitcoin was here. So we have potential, a lot of upside. However, we prefer this to be a impulse path, as we showed using the hourly chart. All right, moving on to the next, Ethereum. Also here, we're still tracking this potential protracted green wave 2B. Also here, once again, we can have this A wave here, a B wave, and again an ABC lower, ABC higher. Again, this counted very well as a leading diagonal, but that was because it was a C wave, yes? So this was a leading diagonal, but not a first wave, but a C wave. Why? Because we made a lower low. And again, this here looks quite impulsive, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. This looks corrective, but we need to break above 29.20 to be certain that the next leg higher is underway. So again, a simple zigzag. I think this actually went like this, turned into a double zigzag, turned into a triple zigzag. That's the nature of corrections. That's why we say after 3 waves lower, expect at least always 3 waves back up, because we can get another 3 waves lower or 5 waves lower for if this would then be an A, a B, and a C. Bigger picture wise, the bulls are a little bit in trouble here. We're right at this lower trend line. It's happened before, as you can see here in 1990 and 1920, that we get a breakdown, which is false, and then we will see a rally, okay? It is possible for that to happen. But we do want to see this trend line hold, technically. So the bears are a bit frothy here, and the bulls need to hold the line. Why? Because we want to see this green wave 2B complete, break above this 29.20, and then we can target anywhere between 3,300 and 3,800 ideally. We don't know yet, once again, if this second wave / B wave has completed. Okay, so was this then wave A, this is wave B, and this is wave C for 2 of B? Or is this only wave A, this is wave B, and this is wave C? We can still easily go all the way down to this segment of the correction, okay? That would not be out of the ordinary to target somewhere around 2,300 for a 76.4% retrace. Okay, so this is normal for a second wave, but of course we can go a little bit lower. It's not on the chart here, 76.4 at about 2,300. If we go below 2130, I think we're going to go to 800 plus or minus 200. All right, so please be aware of that. Moving on to Solana. Solana should be in this red wave 4, ideally. It should not go below, let's see here what the price level is, 160, well 165 almost, okay? Why? Because then we have, of course, overlap with this potential wave 1 and this potential wave 4, and that's not allowed, only in a diagonal, but I don't trust diagonals too much, okay? So is this, for example, a diagonal that is forming? Could be. Some sort of expanding ending diagonal. It's possible, but if we start breaking below 165, most likely a larger top is in and we have to reevaluate this wave count. Though I still like it in that sense. It looks pretty good here for a 1, ABC lower for 2, a 1 and a 2. And then we have lots of 1s and 2s, okay? 3, 4, 5, 3, very deep wave 4. Also here, corrective. Shows you once again how deep and how long fourth waves can be. A very fast wave 5. And now once again in this fourth wave, which can last a lot longer. So we can still go like this and then again like that, okay? Nobody can predict the future. We just go by price levels and we don't want to see it go below 165. Then we need to reassess our wave count. I do want to point out Riot. Riot had a very good day today, up almost 10%. Again, right off this green trend line that has held all downside in check. So that is a feather in the caps for the bears. See it here, we see it here, we see it here, and it started, of course, at this green wave 4. We still believe that Riot did an impulse up from September into November, has since been correcting an ABC lower for wave 2/B. This is some sort of flat double corrective pattern. Then a leading diagonal for wave 1 in green. And here as well, wave 2 should have completed. And now wave 3 of 3 of 3 should be underway. However, once again, we need price to close above this downtrend line and of course above this upper downtrend line as well. So that would be about 14 to really safeguard that we're on our way to 19 plus. So I want to zoom out a little bit on Riot. So here we have the rally from 2022 low into the 2023 high. ABC lower for a massive second wave. So you can see how long these second waves last. A first wave was only a couple of months. And then the second wave was a year plus. We need to get everybody on the wrong side of the trade. And now we had another 5 waves up, another 3 waves down. What counts well as 5 waves up, 3 waves down. And we should now in the starting gates of 3 of 3 of 3. Okay, that's the idea. That is really the idea. And so far we're holding. The warning levels are on the map. So let's see if Riot can finally kick into gear and do as we wanted it to do for quite a while. But, you know, corrections take their time, so we have to sit through them. But in the end, you can see Riot has not gone anywhere since November last year. And again, the price action you see since then is quite corrective, right? This looks really like a sloppy mess. Look at this. That's corrective. This, once again, looks impulsive. And this looks corrective. And then this looks impulsive. So if we see here on a smaller time frame, we have here potential wave 1A, then we have an A, a B, and a C lower for wave 2. And I would really like to see Riot break above 12.5 to make a higher high, then break above 13.5, and of course ultimately break, I would say, above 14.5 to really trigger in this wave 3. All right, so this is where we're currently at. So please remain patient. And it looks like we're still going through these machinations of corrective price action, and it might take longer than we really like it to do. But for now, we're still stuck here between a rock and a hard place for Bitcoin, and I really want to see it break out above 102,500 to let me know that we are on our way to 120 to 130,000. That's all I have for today. Take care, trade safe, and I'll catch you all next week.